That Honda Red just looks like an adventure bike, in my opinion. Or rather, you've got to do a lot more than just fit a cool kit to make it.
Wir müssen los. Irgendwas schiebt und zieht uns. Uns umgibt der Glanz der Sonne. Lass uns Wellenreiten gehen. Heute fallen wir. 100 Pro, nicht vom Brett. Kein Augenblick.
I'm still in Bin Abbas, or some name like this. The beautiful tunes behind me. Greetings to the girls, hello to the boys. I'm currently arguing with the gendarmerie to finally get my documents back. A police officer, a very nice young man, also came to see me at the hotel. He explained how things work here and promised I'd get the documents back at the petrol station. And now I'm refusing to carry on until I finally have the documents back. They want me to escort out of there again, and who knows what else. We'll see what happens next. I still want to ride on, unfortunately a bit less of my planned route. I'll have to cut out about 80 kilometers, otherwise I'd have to ride 100 kilometers back, so now I'll just ride 70 kilometers or so on tarmac, and then I should reach my planned route, provided nothing gets in the way, like the gendarmerie or that like. I've got my documents back, I'm setting off now, and I'm curious to see when I'll finally be rid of the escort. We'll see. I hope it gets back to the proper off-road terrain soon. Now that I've managed to shake off the gendarmes at the big roundabout by honking my horn loudly several times and gesturing that I want to ride on left, whilst they were driving on the right, I'm actually on my own for the first time. I'm hoping I'll get through the village without any of the gendarmerie madness, and then I'll reach the track soon. You see a lot of it, a fair amount of light blue here in Algeria. It must be a popular color. I quite like it, actually. Salam. Now we'll just turn left. That should lead towards the track. Yeah, the terrain has me back. There it is, there it is, the track. I can see it. That was a bit wobbling just now. Out there in the sand. Hui, there's a bit more sand for me today. Sahara Desert, somewhere in the middle of nowhere. I'm a bit off-piste at the moment, as I call it, until I find the track again. I should actually be right on it now, but there aren't two parallel tracks to be seen yet. I thought to myself, since I've never been here before and probably won't be back here anytime soon, I'll just stick one in my face and enjoy this briefly without the helmet. That's how it looks like out there in the Algerian Sahara Desert. Right in the middle of it all is a KLX Adventure 250 with bigger cylinder. And as it looks, a 20-liter fuel tank. I actually built it with an 18-liter tank, but with the reserve, it seems to have 20 liters. To be honest, I don't think there's anything on the market right now with a longer service interval. The Honda Red just looks like an adventure bike, in my opinion. Or rather, you have to do a lot more than just fit a cool kit to ensure the Honda can handle a coupe with reasonable long distance. With the kit, and especially with the weight distribution of my rally tanks, that's a massive advantage over an extra tank that you bolt onto the side somewhere at the back of the bike. And so for me, that's simply the better solution. And when you add up everything you have to do, that the Honda make it reasonable, robust and functional, the conversion kit works out much cheaper. Or at least it isn't necessarily actually more expensive. And then there's still the weight issue. The KLX 250-300 is simply lighter. You can get them second hand for less money. It's not that difficult to build a moped. As I said, I'm going to take my helmet off now and enjoy this for 5 minutes. Now the sandy bit starts for me. I'm curious to see how I'll get over and through it, and whether I'll have to make another stroke or 2 or 3 on the fairing. Let's give it a go. I'll zoom in a bit further. Over there on the right, I've spotted some tire tracks from a car. I'll follow them for a bit. Hopefully the locals know how to get through here. There are tracks there too. Maybe we can still get around the first barrier. We'll see then. Oh, that's lovely. Are you crazy? It's really cool in there. At some point we'll have to get over it anyway. I'll just give it a go there. Wow, Dakar pure. Okay, I'll stop briefly up there. And there we are. But luckily not too deep yet. Another attempt. Getting stopped wasn't working. But now. Right. Well, this is just a small sea of dunes to cross. It gets trickier over there. I've mapped out 3 routes there, and there should actually be something over there that we can manage. If not, we'll just have to carry on another way. I'm familiar with the principle of mapping out routes. Then we just have to ride up all the sandy terrain and cross over somewhere further on. Actually, you can't see it anyway. It goes straight through and out. I'd just like to carry on the other side of this sand pit. But we'll only find out once we are there. Fortunately, there are tracks there, so you are not entirely on your own. You have no idea when the next one will come by. Yes, the dunes are getting bigger and bigger. The game is, well, that's just the way it is. One thing is, when you're racing, the helicopter picks you up in an emergency, or you just go completely solo and give it a go. You just have to act accordingly. I've got plenty of water with me after all, and we'll see if it works. The ground there is already very sandy and soft. You can tell quite clearly that the moped needs or wants a bit more throttle. But it's not that dramatic yet. Hope you can see it. 3 or 4 camels just wandering around there, maybe showing me the way through the sea of sand. How cool is that? As I said, I'm supposed to get in there. I'm going to give it a go now. And if I can't get any further, I'll have to take the other route out. The first few meters, the camels are already down there, went well. It's quite a steep descent now, which isn't too dramatic, but I think I'll just give it a go, trying to get through as straight as possible. I've put the motocross goggles back on, hoping they'll give me better contrast than my already quite scratched glasses. And I'll take you along for at least a bit more of the ride. Let's see how it goes down there. It's a bit of a roller coaster, isn't it? First, second. I'm worried I might tip over backwards there. In theory, I should go a bit to the left, but I'll just give it a go this way, hopefully. Keep the throttle open. But going over the edge is a bit of a tricky bit. It actually goes up quite hard packed. Well, and there I've rolled down it. No, just slipped. Not that dramatic. And straight into the next one. I'll mark the lines now. Then at least they'll be official. I'm going to let a bit of air out now after all. I hope that makes it float better. Right. Now the whole thing should be completely different to ride. And I'll be surfing through it like a specialist. I've got the first few sections out of the way. 2 falls. The tire is actually